Hi, everyone, and welcome to Chill Talk English. I'm Henry.
And I'm Emma. Today, we're talking about something important for everyday conversations.
Asking questions in English can be scary, especially when you don't know the right words.
I remember my first time in a coffee shop in London. I wanted to order a latte, but I didn't know how to ask.
Oh no, what happened?
I just pointed at the menu and said, "This one." The barista looked confused. It was so embarrassing.
I had a similar experience when I traveled to Australia. I needed directions but couldn't ask properly.
It's frustrating when you want to communicate but don't know how to form questions.
That's why today we're going to help you with essential question and answer phrases.
These phrases will make your conversations much smoother and more enjoyable.
So why should you listen to today's episode? First, you'll feel more confident asking questions.
Second, you'll learn practical phrases that you can use right away.
And third, you'll be ready for real-life conversations with English speakers.
These phrases can help you in any situation, from ordering food to making friends.
Learning English is like building a bridge, one question at a time.
Today, we're adding important conversation tools to your language bridge.
With these phrases, you can go from silent to speaking in no time. I remember when I was 22, I moved to New York for work. I was so worried about talking to colleagues.
Oh no! Did you know how to ask questions at meetings?
Not really. I just nodded and smiled. It worked, but I missed so much information.
That's why learning question English is so important, even for daily life.
Now, I can help others who might feel shy about asking questions.
I had a friend who didn't make friends in her new neighborhood because she didn't know how to ask questions.
Was that difficult for her?
Very. She felt lonely for months because she couldn't start conversations. It was sad for her.
That's exactly why we're creating this episode today, to help people like her.
Today, we'll cover 4 important question situations.
First, we'll learn basic yes-no questions.
Second, we'll practice WH questions like who, what, where.
Third, we'll learn useful follow-up questions.
And finally, we'll cover polite question forms.
Each section will have guided response, role plays, a short story, and guided practice.
We'll make it fun and easy so you can use these phrases in real life.
At the end, we have a quick quiz to test what you've learned.
Plus, we'll give you a challenge to practice using these phrases.
Make sure to listen carefully for our quick quiz at the end of the episode.
It's a fun way to check how much you've learned.
You might be surprised at how many phrases you remember.
It's like a little game to test your knowledge.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
That helps more people find Chill Talk English and learn with us.
You can also share this episode with friends who are learning English.
Let's get started with our first scene.
Scene 1. Basic yes-no questions, guided response.
Welcome to our first scene. We're learning how to ask yes/no questions in English.
Let's learn some basic questions that can be answered with yes or no.
First, if you want to confirm information, you can ask.
Is this your bag?
You can reply.
Yes, it is. Or no, it isn't.
If you want to ask about abilities, you can ask.
Can you swim?
You can reply.
Yes, I can. Or no, I can't.
If you want to ask about preferences, you can ask.
Do you like coffee?
You can reply.
Yes, I do. Or no, I don't.
If you want to ask about plans, you can ask.
Are you going to the party?
You can reply.
Yes, I am. Or no, I'm not.
Remember to be polite when asking questions.
Excellent. These questions will help you in many everyday situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these questions work in real conversations.
Role play. Now, let's practice with a role play. I'll be the customer, and Emma will be a shop assistant.
Hello, welcome to our store. Can I help you?
Yes, please. Is this your jacket?
No, it isn't. That's my colleague's jacket.
Can you help me find a blue jacket?
Yes, I can. Let me check our inventory.
Do you have blue jackets in size medium?
Yes, we do. Here's one for you.
Are you going to have a sale next week?
No, we're not, but we have discounts today.
Is this jacket on sale?
Yes, it is. It's 20% off.
Great! I'll take this one. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your new jacket.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the yes/no questions you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Lily's First Day at Work.
Lily stood nervously outside her new office building. Her hands were slightly trembling, and her stomach was full of butterflies. It was her first day at a new job, and she didn't know anyone.
As she walked through the lobby, she saw a friendly-looking woman at the reception desk. Lily took a deep breath and approached her.
"Excuse me," Lily said, her voice barely a whisper. "Is this the right floor for the marketing department?"
The receptionist smiled warmly. Yes, it is. Are you new here?
Lily nodding, feeling a little more relaxed. "Yes, I am. My name is Lily."
Welcome, Lily. I'm Sarah. Can I help you find your office?
"Yes, please. That would be great," Lily replied, grateful for the help.
Sarah picked up the phone. Do you know your manager's name?
"Yes, I do. It's Mr. Johnson," Lily said, starting to feel more confident.
Perfect. Are you going to attend the orientation meeting this afternoon?
Lily's eyes widened with panic. "No, I'm not. I didn't know about it."
Don't worry, Sarah reassured her. It's at 3 p.m. in Conference Room B. Can you make it?
"Yes, I can. Thank you for telling me," Lily said, feeling relieved.
Sarah handed Lily a visitor's badge. Is this your first job in marketing?
"Yes, it is. I'm a bit nervous," Lily admitted.
Everyone feels that way on their first day, Sarah said kindly. Do you have any questions for me? Lily thought for a moment. Yes, I do. Where can I get coffee?
Sarah laughed. "That's a great question. The break room is down the hall to your left."
Lily smiled for the first time that day. Thank you so much for your help.
"You're welcome, Lily. Welcome to the team," Sarah said warmly.
As Lily walked toward her office, she felt her nervousness melting away. Asking questions wasn't so scary after all.
Did you hear the yes/no questions? Is this your bag? Can you swim? Do you like coffee? And are you going to the party? Try to remember how they were used.
Great listening. Now, let's take those same questions and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the questions after us. Shadowing practice. This time, it's your turn. I'll say a question and you repeat after me. Remember to copy my pronunciation and intonation. Try saying it out loud yourself, pausing after you hear each question.
Is this your bag?
Is this your bag?
Can you swim?
Can you swim?
Do you like coffee?
Do you like coffee?
Are you going to the party?
Are you going to the party?
Is this your first day?
Is this your first day?
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, I can't.
No, I can't.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
No, I'm not.
You're doing great. Try to imagine you're really having these conversations while you practice. Excellent work. When you practice these questions, think about situations where you might use them in your daily life. Scene 2. What questions? Guided response.
Welcome to our second scene. We're learning how to ask WH questions in English.
Let's learn questions that start with who, what, where, when, and why.
First, if you want to ask about people, you can ask.
Who is that?
You can reply.
That's my friend, Maria.
If you want to ask about things, you can ask.
What is this?
You can reply.
This is a book.
If you want to ask about places, you can ask.
Where is the library?
You can reply.
It's next to the post office.
If you want to ask about time, you can ask.
When does the store open?
You can reply.
It opens at 9 a.m.
If you want to ask about reasons, you can ask.
Why are you smiling?
You can reply.
Because I'm happy.
Remember to be clear when asking WH questions.
Excellent. These questions will help you get more information in conversations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these questions work in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be the tourist and Emma will be a local.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Yes, please. Who is the famous person in this photo?
That's our city's founder, Mr. Johnson.
What is this building?
It's our city hall. It's over 100 years old.
Where is the nearest restaurant?
There's one next to the museum. It's very good.
When does it open?
It opens at 11 a.m. today.
Why is this street famous?
Because many artists lived here. You can see their work in galleries.
Who painted this mural?
That's by local artist Lisa Chen.
What time does the museum close?
It closes at 5 p.m. on weekdays.
Where can I buy a postcard?
There's a gift shop in the museum.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your visit to our city.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the WH questions you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Tom's City Adventure.
Tom arrived in a new city with just a map and a small backpack. It was his first time visiting this place, and his heart was racing with excitement and nervousness.
He stood at the train station, looking around at the unfamiliar sights and sounds. A friendly stranger approached him.
Lost? The stranger asked with a warm smile.
A little, Tom admitted. Where is the city center from here?
It's about a 15-minute walk, the stranger replied. What are you looking for in the city center?
I want to visit the old market, Tom explained. When does it open today?
It opens at 8 a.m., the stranger said. Why are you interested in the old market?
I heard they have the best street food, Tom said, his stomach rumbling in agreement.
The stranger laughed. You're right. Who is your favorite food from home?
I love pasta, Tom replied. What about you?
I'm a fan of local dishes, the stranger said. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Italy, Tom said proudly. When did you move to this city?
I was born here, the stranger smiled. Why are you visiting our city?
I'm on vacation, Tom explained. What's the best thing to see here?
You should visit the museum, the stranger suggested. It has amazing art from local artists.
That sounds great, Tom nodded. Where is it exactly?
It's 2 blocks from the market, the stranger pointed. When do you plan to go?
Maybe tomorrow morning, Tom said, checking his watch. Why do you recommend it?
Because it's not too crowded then, the stranger explained. Who is your favorite artist?
I like modern art, Tom admitted. What time does it close?
It closes at 6 p.m., the stranger replied. You'll have plenty of time to explore.
Thank you so much for your help, Tom said, feeling more confident.
You're welcome. Enjoy your city adventure, the stranger said with a wave.
As Tom walked toward the city center, he felt excited about his day ahead. Asking questions had led him to a great plan.
Maybe he would even make a new friend along the way. The city was full of possibilities.
Did you hear the WH questions? Who is that? What is this? Where is the library? When does the store open? And why are you smiling? Try to remember how they were used.
Great listening! Now, let's take those same questions and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the questions after us.
Shadowing practice. Your turn. I'll say each question and you copy me. Focus on the rhythm and tone. Pause and speak out loud after each question.
Who is that?
Who is that?
What is this?
What is this?
Where is the library?
Where is the library?
When does the store open?
When does the store open?
Why are you smiling?
Why are you smiling?
Who painted this?
Who painted this?
What time is it?
What time is it?
Where can I find a taxi?
Where can I find a taxi?
When does the bus arrive?
When does the bus arrive?
Why is this place famous?
Why is this place famous?
That's my friend.
This is a book. This is a book.
It's next to the post office.
It's next to the post office.
It opens at 9 a.m.
It opens at 9 a.m.
Because I'm happy.
Because I'm happy.
You're doing great. Try to use different tones when asking these questions. Curious, surprised, or friendly.
Excellent work. When you practice these questions, imagine you're really exploring a new place and need information. Scene 3. Follow-up questions, guided response.
Welcome to our third scene. We're learning how to ask follow-up questions in English.
Let's learn how to continue conversations by asking more questions.
First, if someone tells you something, you can ask,
Really? How so?
or,
Interesting. Tell me more.
if you want more details, you can ask,
What happened next?
or,
Can you explain that?
if you want to share something similar, you can ask,
Have you ever? Or,
do you like to? If you want to connect to your own experience, you can ask,
that reminds me of,
or,
I feel the same way about.
remember to show interest when asking follow-up questions.
Excellent. These questions will help you have longer conversations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these questions work in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be the friend and Emma will be another friend.
Hi, how was your weekend?
It was great. I went hiking in the mountains.
Really? How so?
The weather was perfect and the views were amazing.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, we climbed to the summit and had a picnic there.
What happened next?
Then we explored a hidden lake nearby. It was beautiful.
Have you ever been there before?
No, I haven't. It was my first time visiting that area.
I feel the same way about new places. They're exciting.
Do you like hiking too?
Yes, I do. I love being in nature.
That reminds me of our trip last year.
Me too. Those were great times.
Can we plan another trip soon?
Definitely. Let's decide this weekend.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the follow-up questions you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called Maya's Coffee Shop Conversation.
Maya sat alone at a small table in her favorite coffee shop, sipping her latte and watching people pass by. It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon, and she was enjoying a rare moment of peace.
A man she recognized from her yoga class approached her table. Mind if I join you? He asked politely.
Of course, Maya smiled, making room for him. I see you at yoga class sometimes.
Yes, I go on Tuesday mornings, the man replied. It's my favorite class.
Really? How so?
How so? The instructor is amazing, and I always feel energized afterward, he explained.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, she combines different techniques that work for all levels, he said enthusiastically. What about you? Why do you go?
I go because it helps me relax, Maya replied. Life can be stressful sometimes.
I feel the same way about meditation. It helps me clear my mind.
Have you ever tried combining yoga and meditation?
No, I haven't, he said thoughtfully. Can you explain how they work together?
Sure, Maya nodded. I usually meditate for 5 minutes before class to center myself.
That sounds wonderful. Do you practice at home too?
Yes, I do, Maya smiled. I have a small corner in my living room.
That reminds me of my brother's apartment. He has a meditation space too.
Small world. Have you always been interested in wellness?
Not really, he admitted. I started during the pandemic when I was feeling anxious.
I understand that completely. Many people discovered new hobbies during that time.
What happened next for you? Did you stick with yoga?
Yes, I did, Maya said happily. It became part of my routine.
Can I ask what you do for work?
I'm a graphic designer, Maya replied.
And you? I'm a teacher, he smiled. I teach English at the community college.
That's interesting. Do you enjoy it?
I love it, he said warmly. The students are wonderful.
Have you always wanted to be a teacher?
No, actually, he chuckled. I was in business before.
Wow, that's quite a change. What made you switch?
I wanted to do something more meaningful, he explained. Teaching gives me that.
That's beautiful. I can see why you love it.
Thank you. It's nice to meet someone who understands.
Me too. Maybe we can see each other at yoga class again.
I'd like that. It was nice talking with you.
You too. Enjoy your coffee.
You as well. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
As Maya finished her coffee, she felt happy. A simple conversation had turned into a nice connection.
Maybe she would see him at yoga class on Tuesday. That would be fun.
Asking follow-up questions had led to a new friendship. That was the magic of conversation. Did you hear the follow-up questions? Really? How so? Interesting. Tell me more. What happened next? Have you ever? And that reminds me of. Try to remember how they were used.
Great listening. Now, let's take those same questions and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the questions after us.
Shadowing practice. Now it's all yours. Copy my words and my intonation. Speak aloud after each phrase, just like in real conversation.
Really? How so?
Really? How so?
Interesting. Tell me more.
Interesting. Tell me more.
What happened next?
What happened next?
Can you explain that?
Can you explain that?
Have you ever?
Have you ever?
Do you like to?
Do you like to?
That reminds me of.
That reminds me of.
I feel the same way about.
I feel the same way about.
What do you think about?
What do you think about?
How about you?
How about you?
That's cool. Tell me more.
No way. How did that happen?
No way. How did that happen?
You're doing great. Try to show real interest when you ask these questions.
Excellent work. When you practice these questions, think about how you would naturally continue a conversation.
Scene 4. Polite question forms. Guided response.
Welcome to our fourth and final scene. We're learning how to ask polite questions in English.
Let's learn polite ways to ask questions when talking to strangers or in formal situations.
First, when asking for help, you can say,
Could you help me, please?
or
Would you mind helping me?
when making requests, you can ask,
Could I have a menu, please?
or
Would it be possible to get a table?
when asking for permission, you can ask,
May I sit here?
or
Is it okay if I take this seat?
when giving options, you can ask,
Would you prefer tea or coffee?
or
Could we meet tomorrow or Friday?
remember to be polite when asking questions, especially to strangers.
Excellent! These polite questions will help you in many formal situations.
Let's move on to some role plays to see how these questions work in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be the customer and Emma will be a restaurant server.
Hello, welcome to our restaurant. Do you have a reservation?
Good evening. Could we have a table for two, please?
Of course. Would you prefer a window seat or a table in the middle?
A window seat would be nice, if possible.
Certainly. Would you like to see the menu while you wait?
Yes, please. Could we have some water, too?
Right away. Is there anything you can't eat?
No, we can eat everything. Thank you.
Here are your menus. May I take your drink order?
I'd like a lemonade, please, and my friend would like iced tea.
Excellent choices. Would you like to hear today's specials?
Yes, please. We're interested.
Our chef's special is grilled salmon with vegetables.
That sounds delicious. Could we have that, please?
Certainly. Would you like a soup or salad to start?
We'd like the salad, please.
Perfect. I'll bring your drinks right away.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your dinner.
Great job with the role plays. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how the polite question forms you just learned appear naturally in the story.
Our story today is called David's Job Interview.
David sat nervously in the waiting room of the company where he hoped to work. His hands were slightly trembling, and he kept checking his notes one more time. It was his first job interview after college, and he wanted to make a good impression.
A receptionist approached him with a warm smile. "Mr. Johnson, the interviewer is ready for you now."
David stood up, trying to look confident. "Thank you," he said politely. "Could you tell me which office is mine?"
"Certainly," the receptionist replied, pointing down the hall. "It's the third door on your left."
"Thank you," David nodded, walking toward the office. He took a deep breath before knocking.
"Come in," a voice called from inside. David opened the door and saw a woman sitting at a desk.
"Good morning," David said, extending his hand. "I'm David Johnson. It's nice to meet you."
"Good morning, David," she smiled, shaking his hand. "I'm Sarah Williams, the hiring manager. Please have a seat."
"Thank you." David sat down carefully. "Is it okay if I put my bag here?" he asked, pointing to the floor beside him.
"Of course," Sarah nodded. "Could you tell me a little about yourself?"
"Certainly," David began, feeling more relaxed. "I recently graduated from university with a degree in marketing."
"That's interesting," Sarah said, looking at his resume. "Would you mind telling me why you're interested in this position?"
"I've always wanted to work in advertising," David explained. "Your company has such a great reputation."
"Thank you for saying that," Sarah smiled. "Could you give me an example of a project you're proud of?"
"Certainly," David said, leaning forward. "In my final year, I created a campaign for a local business."
As David spoke, Sarah listened attentively, occasionally asking follow-up questions.
"That's impressive," Sarah said when he finished. "Would you be available to start next Monday?"
David's eyes widened with excitement. "Yes, absolutely. That would be wonderful."
"Great," Sarah smiled, standing up. "Could you fill out these forms, please?"
"Of course," David said, taking the forms. "Is there anything else I need to provide?"
"Not right now," Sarah replied. "We'll contact you by Friday with our decision." "Thank you so much for your time," David said, shaking her hand again.
"You're welcome, David," Sarah said warmly. "It was nice meeting you."
As David left the office, he felt proud of himself. He had asked polite questions and answered them well.
Maybe he would get this job. That would be amazing for his future.
David walked out of the building with a spring in his step. The interview had gone better than he expected.
Did you hear the polite question forms? Could you help me, please? Would you mind helping me? May I sit here? Could I have a menu, please? And would you prefer tea or coffee? Try to remember how they were used.
Great listening. Now, let's take those same questions and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the questions after us.
Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. I'll model each question. Pause, then say it with confidence, just like you're speaking to a real person.
Could you help me, please?
Could you help me, please?
Would you mind helping me?
Would you mind helping me?
May I sit here?
May I sit here?
Could I have a menu, please?
Could I have a menu, please?
Would it be possible to get a table?
Would it be possible to get a table?
Is it okay if I take this seat?
Is it okay if I take this seat?
Would you prefer tea or coffee?
Would you prefer tea or coffee?
Could we meet tomorrow or Friday?
Could we meet tomorrow or Friday?
Excuse me, could you?
Excuse me, could you?
Would you be so kind as to?
Would you be so kind as to?
I was wondering if you could.
I was wondering if you could.
You're doing great. Try to sound polite and friendly when asking these questions.
Excellent work. When you practice these questions, imagine you're in a formal situation where politeness is important. Now, let's move on to the vocabulary and phrase breakdown. We'll go over some important words and phrases from these scenes.
Yes, no questions. Questions that can be answered with yes or no. Example, do you like coffee? Yes, I do.
Questions. Questions that start with words like who, what, where, when, why. Example, where is the library? It's next to the post office.
Follow-up questions, additional questions to continue a conversation. Example, really? How so? Because I love the taste.
Polite question forms, polite ways to ask questions, especially to strangers. Example, could you help me, please? Of course, I'd be happy to help. Now, let's test your understanding with a quick quiz.
We'll ask you some questions about real question situations. Listen carefully and choose the best answer. Check if your answer is correct with the answers given in the comments section of this video. Ready? Let's start.
Question 1. What do you ask to confirm information?
Options. A. What is this?
B. Is this your bag?
C. Where is the library?
Question 2. How do you ask about abilities?
Options. A. Can you swim?
B. When do you swim?
C. Why do you swim?
Question 3. What phrase do you use to continue a conversation?
Options. A. Really? How so?
B. Yes, I do.
C. No, I can't.
Question 4. How do you politely ask for help?
Options. A. Help me.
B. Could you help me, please?
C. I need help.
Question 5. What do you ask to get more details?
Options. A. Tell me more.
B. Yes, it is.
C. No, I don't.
Great work, everyone. Let's do a quick recap of what we learned in this episode.
Wow, what a journey we've had today. From yes/no questions to polite forms, we've learned so many useful question phrases.
That's right. Now you know how to ask yes/no questions, WH questions, follow-up questions, and polite questions with confidence.
We also practiced role plays, stories, and shadowing so you can use these phrases in real conversations.
Remember, learning English is like building a bridge, one question at a time. And today, we added many important conversation tools to your language bridge.
Next time you want to talk to someone, you won't be silent. You'll have a whole toolbox of questions to start and continue conversations.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Chill Talk English. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and get ready for smooth conversations.
Before we finish, we have a listener challenge for you.
We want you to post a short comment using 2 question phrases you learned today. For example, could you help me, please? Where is the library?
It's a great way to practice what you've learned and share with other learners. Let's quickly recap the key phrases we've learned so far.
For yes/no questions, do you like coffee? Yes, I do. No, I don't.
For WH questions, where is the library? It's next to the post office.
For follow-up questions, really? How so? Interesting. Tell me more.
For polite questions, could you help me, please? Would you mind helping me?
These phrases will help you start and continue conversations with confidence.
Thanks for joining us today on Chill Talk English. We hope you found these question phrases helpful.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
You can also share this episode with friends who are learning English.
Next time, we'll be talking about how to give and receive compliments in English.
Until then, keep practicing your English every day. Remember, small steps lead to big progress.
Goodbye, everyone, and happy conversing.